Hey everyone, it's Ian Johnson here again with Pulse Real Estate Investments team over at Libertas Real Estate, and I'm here at Citywide Home Loans today with Greg Geenen, who's one of the branch managers and loan officers here, and he's a good colleague of mine. And I wanted to take a little time out to discuss what the mortgage industry is doing as far as rates are concerned, and just to go over again pre-approval and pre-qualifications and its importance right now, because I'm actually doing a deal where we've got a lot of offers on this house that my clients are looking at, and we've had to go in really, really strong on our offer and the pre-qualification stuff. So, Greg,
Why did you have to go in so strong? Is it because of the lack of inventory?
no, it's actually far from it. Believe it or not, we're in like a chronic state of we don't have enough inventory at all right now, and
Absolutely.
homeowners can't build fast enough. And as far as investment property is concerned, they can't build rentals fast enough either. So we're in a total shortage right now. And so, but despite this shortage, what are we seeing that's interesting with the rates?
So interest rates are great. We're seeing rates somewhere in the fours.
Okay.
Specific rate is going to depend on the specific criteria for that consumer.
Okay.
Are they buying a primary residence, a second home? How much of that purchase price are they financing? All of those factors go into play.
Interesting. So we've got really, really competitive interest rates right now. And what are you suggesting to folks when they're out looking to buy a house? What do you suggest they do from a lender standpoint to try to make sure that they're competitive and no time is wasted when they're ready to put an offer in?
Great question. We want to get started early enough that we can gather all the important documentation. And what do I mean by that? Well, when I provide the pre-qualification letter to you and to the client so they can go out and shop, that pre-qualification letter tells the seller how much work that borrower has done to prepare for the loan. So the more boxes that I can check yes on that pre-qualification form means the more documentation I've reviewed, means the stronger that offer is with regard to, hey, look, the homework's been done on this loan. These people are good to go.
So you're telling me when people get pre-qualified, they've got to sort of substantiate at least a little bit what they're saying as far as what they make, what their front end and back end expenses are, as far as other loans like car loans and things like that. And so right now you would say that most people are doing the pre-qualification because it's a little invasive, it's not too invasive, but they could take it a step further and get really vetted by doing a pre-approval.
Sure, absolutely. So here's the thing. If you're serious enough to buy a house, why not get serious about providing the documentation? Nobody likes surprises that aren't good surprises. And if you think a lender's not going to find something, they will. We do enough due diligence, we do enough looking into the situation that we're going to uncover things. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying that to get things started early so that we can. Do you want to plan ahead to make that trip? Or are you the kind of traveler that's going to travel overseas and just pack your bags in the morning and go to the airport and hope there's an airline that'll get you there?
So by talking to a lender first, you could potentially uncover some items that, as the buyer here, you didn't even know you had problems with.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's super important to uncover these items before you get under contract, because you're going to get under contract, you're going to love your home, you're going to want to buy it with all of your heart, and you don't want to have any snafus along the way, or you want to limit your snafus as much as possible.
Sure. Well, absolutely. There's a lot of things that we do that consumers don't do as their normal day-to-day transactional, how they handle their lives financially. So we're going to take a look at things, and there are times when we'll recommend different ideas to consumers that actually will save them money in the long run.
So pre-qualification, pre-approval aside, let's talk products. So Citywide Home Loans is a mortgage banker, which means that they've got more flexibility than mortgage brokers do. They can create their own products. And So you guys offer your VA loans, you offer FHA loans, you offer conventional loans. You want to talk a little bit about those?
Yeah, sure. So we offer VA, conventional, FHA, USDA. Believe it or not, the same people that grade the meat that you purchase at the grocery store also have lending programs.
Interesting.
Refers to rural housing, so not a whole lot of that
In the valley here.
In the valley here, there are some areas.
Yeah.
But we also have, it's not even necessarily a separate product, but down payment assistance programs or grants.
Yes. All right. So talk to me about that, because I know there's a lot of folks out there that don't think they have maybe enough money, or they don't know where they can get money from, or even know that literally there's products out there to help you get the down payment that you didn't even know. You could almost do this virtually out of pocket with no cost. Almost.
All right. So here's the thing. Someone comes to you and says they're gonna find another apartment that they're gonna rent. What are they gonna have to come up with to do that? First month, last month, security deposit, maybe an application fee.
Yeah.
They're coming in with a couple grand, right?
Yeah.
Well, that same person, you could put that money, or maybe even a little bit less than that, into buying your home. And at that point, you're not subject to rent increases on an annualized basis. You don't have to worry about if the person above you in the apartment complex or below you in the apartment complex maybe has personal habits you don't like. Maybe they're a smoker and you don't like the secondhand smoke. Whatever it might be.
Yeah.
You buy your own property, you have more control over your own destination. But as far as out-of-pocket costs, we do have all the down payment assistance programs. All those programs are going to have either a conventional loan or an FHA loan will be the main loan. And then it's a matter of, it's like a birthday cake with layers. It's a matter of what that other layer is on top of that as far as the grant money, as far as different terms of those grants. And we go into all the detail with consumers to help them decide what's the best fit for them.
So what I heard you say is, if I don't know if I have enough money for a down payment and I want to ask about help, they should call a lender, my good friend Greg here, and have a conversation with you and just lay all the cards out on the table and see what products are available to help you do something you didn't previously think you could.
Absolutely.
I think this speaks volumes, guys. You have a lender here that wants to legitimately help you get into the home of your dreams and has vehicles in which to help you that could virtually almost cost you no money out of pocket. Less than what it would cost for you to move from an apartment to another apartment. I think that's awesome. You know, there's we got somebody that genuinely wants to help here.
Well, and to that point, guys, I live in this community. I've got kids in this community. We're raising a family in this community. So I'm not talking about bait and switch. I'm not talking about programs that are going to get people in trouble. These are good long-term financial tools to get someone into being able to buy a home.
I think it's great. I think it is. You know, Greg, thank you so much for sitting down with me today.
Thank you very much, Ian.
Again, this is Greg Geenen with Citywide Home Loans. If you'd like to reach out to Greg, I've got all his information. I'd love to hear from you if you've got any questions for me. If you are curious and want to start your home buying hunt, give me a call anytime. You can reach me on my cell, 602-800-4042. Greg, say goodbye.
Thanks, guys.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a good day. Thank you again.